Hey guys, super pumped to show you this new Omnisphere 2 sample library, Analog Dreams. This one's in Omnisphere 2, but all my previous libraries are still in Omnisphere 1 if you haven't upgraded to Omnisphere 2 yet. But the reason why I wanted to make this available in Omnisphere 2 is because it allows you to import your own samples. So on the Hillsong album Let There Be Light, I used a lot of my Dave Smith OB6 through various reverb pedals. So I wanted to capture that sound and put it in this Omnisphere library for you guys. Another cool feature of Omnisphere 2 is it's really easy to import and export patches. You literally just go to this utility button at the top, go to install.omnisphere, click on that, and basically it just installs the whole library, all the multis, patches, sound sources, everything. So there's no trying to find specific folders to drop different things in. It's really easy. And a big thanks to Jason Chauffeur for showing me kind of how to put that all together and export that. So yeah, thanks again, man. Okay, let's start off with some of the multis. So to give you an idea, there's 28 multis, 125 individual patches, and 64 sampled sound sources that all come in this bundle. For this multi, I kind of got inspired by a couple of different movies, TV series, Stranger Things, everyone's favorite, and Tron. You'll hear this when I start playing it. With all of my patches, especially my multis, I've got the mod wheel mapped to certain parameters, like low pass filter, and kind of morphing and changing the sounds and bringing in different sounds as you move the mod wheel up. So when using all my patches, remember to use the mod wheel, and if you forget, you're kind of missing out on half the sound. So here we go. So that's a quick example of kind of how the multi works. There's 3 different versions. There's a key switch version as well. I'll show you this in stack mode to give you an idea of how it's kind of laid out. So by pushing C1, you trigger the drums. By pushing it again, you untrigger them or unlatch them, I should probably say. You can move this around to any part of the keyboard that you want. If you don't want it to be on C1, just move them around like that. And the trick to getting them to latch is right mouse click and selecting latch mode here. Okay, I'll give you a quick example. It's the same patch, but basically just with the key switching drums instead. Okay, the third version is just a version without drums, basically a low CPU version without drums, because most people play in a band, I'm guessing, and don't always want the drums, so there you go. I won't show you all of these patches just because all the sound examples are already up on multitrack, so you can go through in your own time and kind of listen to every single one if you wanted to. Which one shall I do now? I'll do this one, Juno Pad Stack. So this is a kind of analog patch that I would use for something like Only Wanna Sing by Young and Free. It's really bright, fast attack, fast release. So yeah, I'll show you this one. also great for lead sounds like that because fast attack, bright, that kind of thing. And for all these patches, you can always change the amp, attack, and release if you're wanting it to be a slower attack or you're wanting it to release slower or faster. That's really easily adjustable. And a quick technique for doing this is hit the link button because it links both A and B and you don't have to do them separately. So that's a little trick there. With this walkthrough video, I'll try to give you a bunch of tricks and tips for creating patches and how to use them as well. Okay, so all of these ones here with Obi at the front and these Prophet ones are all custom samples, so I'll go through some of those. This first one, actually I'll do this one. It's basically 100% wet reverb version of my Obi through one of my reverb pedals. It's kind of really unique and cool, so I'll show you that. And then there's a fade in and fade out version if you wanted to use it as a pad behind your normal playing kind of thing. Okay, so this one is my OB6 through my Big Sky with the low pass filter opened right up. And I'll show you again in stack mode. So there's a little trick for importing sound patches into Omnisphere. So Omnisphere only allows you to import one sound per patch. So a little trick here is to use it in multi-mode, sample low notes all the way to high notes and then stagger them across the keyboard like I've done here. That way you're only time and pitch stretching them by like half an octave, not a full 88 note keyboard if that's what you're using. So it sounds a lot smoother doing it that way. Okay, let's go back to this. I'll show you with the mod wheel down, then I'll move it up to give you a kind of a better scope of the sound. This version also has an Obi patch that I created for Omnisphere mixed in with that. So if I go to stack mode, you can see that mapped across the bottom there. These versions are a little brighter, depending on how you map them over the keyboard. It pitch shifts them a slightly different way and actually gives you a brighter sound. So these versions are similar to the other ones, but a little bit brighter. Now, if you don't like how bright that is, you can change the EQ, or you can just move the mod wheel down slightly and don't open it up fully. I'll go back to here. I'll show you. Let's do this one here. So this is Obi Sky Warm 2. If I go to stack mode, I'll show you exactly how that's mapped out. It's basically my OB6 through my Big Sky, mixed at about 50% reverb to dry signal, and I've got my low pass filter in here. As you can see here, it's LPF. The low pass filter on the OB6 is really nice and warm, so I want to sample it with the low pass opened and also kind of cutting off some of the top end and letting the Big Sky kind of shine and give you the top end from the Big Sky. So here's this patch anyway. Okay, let's go to this one. This is a Obi through Big Sky, low pass filter on, 50% reverb, and a Prophet patch all mixed in together. With this one I've put a little bit of extra reverb on via, where is it? Here we go, auxiliary 1. This also comes with the pack, the Design Reverb full chorus, so you can add that to any sound. Let's go back to this. Okay, what else? Oh, I've got to show you this stuff. I love this one here, Prophet Sky Bright 2. This is great for stuff like United's Even When It Hurts. It's a great lead type sound. So it's really good for that kind of thing. Nice and bright, fast attack, a little bit of Sky Reverb Shimmer on it as well. So that's that. Here's a cool pad if you want something a little bit more mellower, not as much top end, doesn't cut through as much, but it's still really nice. Actually, I'll do this one, the Dream Stack version. Cool. Like I said, they're all up on multi-track, so if you want to hear those ones that I skipped, just go on there and listen to the individual audio files for them. Okay, let's go to the individual patches. I'm just going to initialize as multi, start from scratch. Okay, let's go here and do some of these individual patches. Okay, ambient analog delays 1 and 2. They're similar but a little bit different, so I wanted to include both of them in here. A really long delay tail on this one, or delay feedback. This one's similar, I just cut it off because I didn't want to wait for the delay tail. If you don't want it to last as long, just go in here and reduce the feedback on this chorus echo. Both of those patches kind of build when I move the mod wheel up as well. Okay, this patch is the patch that I use for Elohim. It comes in towards the end of the song. So if you go to the notes for this and look at the tempo, 67.5, if I change main stage to represent that, it'll work better for the song. This is an alternative version. I'll put that back to what it was before. And when I move the mod wheel up, it adds a really slow delay. Ambient synth pluck was in the multi, so I'll skip that one. This was in the multi too, but I'll play this one as well. Sometimes I like to move this master gain down a bit, especially when I start layering and editing and moving stuff around, because before I did peak it a little bit or got close to it. So. Cool, so that's that patch. I'll show you a little trick that I use with this patch. I actually mapped the low pass filter resonance to a slow LFO, so it actually morphs and changes a little bit in addition to what you're doing with the mod wheel. So that's a little trick you can use for creating a little bit of motion and adding that to your patches. Here we've got the kick that was in the multi, the snare, the shaker. And these next patches are probably my favorite. To give you a bit of a backstory behind when I created them. I actually got inspired the day after the Let There Be Light album was released. It's funny how inspiration hits at the wrong times. If I had created it before, I definitely would have used it on the album. When I created it, I just couldn't stop playing it, and that's how I know I kind of stumbled across a really good patch. For this one, I like to use it with that Zion reverb chorus. So I'm just going to add that in there. Okay, here we go. So there you have it. It's probably my favorite patch in this bundle, and because I liked it so much, I created other versions with an analog flute, analog organ, an analog voice, Vox string combination. I'll show you one more of these, and a string on string. Let's try the string on string version. So a bunch of different ones there for variety. Let's skip down here. The Moog Pulse, which is part of the multi, so I'll skip over that. Anything with a C0 to a C7 are the building blocks for those multis that I showed you. But I included them as individual patches as well, just in case you want to use them. They work really good for more alternative stuff. So not a nice sweet shimmery pad if you're going to use these ones at the extreme ends like C0 or C7. But let me pick one and show you what happens when you try to pick shift it quite a lot. It can actually sound really cool. I'm just going to play a chord in the middle of the keyboard and then scroll through the different ones. You get a completely different tone depending on which one you choose. And those audio pops were just because I was switching from one to another without letting this sound fade out. I won't show you those. There are multi-tracks. We've got the Prophet Dream Pad, which is pretty cool. I'll quickly show you that one. So that's a selection of what's in here. Like I said before, if you want to go to multi-tracks and check out the individual patch audio examples, you can hear all those patches. The only thing I haven't done on multi-tracks is put all the individual sample patches. I've put the multi, but not the individual samples. But all the other ones are up there for you to listen to. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching.